Everyone, we are back with a special edition of our newsletter for today, December 7th, 2020. I'm Renee Meredith, the COO of Exploration Group, and we are so excited about the Music Industry Report 2020 that we couldn't wait a whole week to give you some more insights. Special thanks to Heidi So and Julius Ramos for their help pulling the print version together. And this week, super shout out to Exploration's own Jacob Wunderlich for all his hard work this entire year spearheading the Music Industry Report 2020. And now, part 2 of excerpts from our findings. Independent live music venues took a hit due to COVID-19. This fact may not come as a surprise to most readers, but the extent of damage is staggering. In Metro Nashville alone, independent venues represented by the Music Venue Alliance lost 72% of their overall revenue and 74% of their employment in 2020. In 2019, independent music venues had a total economic impact of $49.6 million in Davidson County. Because of COVID-19, the total economic effect to date is a loss of $35.7 million, which represents a loss of $22.6 million in revenue to these independent music businesses. In the words of Chris Cobb, Nashville independent music venue owner, the scenario created by COVID-19 is extinction level. A win for independent venues in Nashville occurred the first week of September 2020 when Nashville's Metro Council approved $2 million in CARES Act funding to go towards music venues. People feel unprepared for the Mechanical Licensing Collective. 77% of people who consider themselves part of the music industry do not feel prepared for the Mechanical Licensing Collective set to launch in January 2021. Songwriters fare slightly better. 8.8% fewer respondents indicate that they feel unprepared. Encouragingly, 33% fewer respondents classified by music publishing creative operations, catalog administration, rights management, or metadata organization indicate they feel underprepared. Digital service platform operations personnel are overwhelmingly detractive, 85.7% in their preparedness for the MLC. Rock music is the top genre to experience live. Our survey to consumers of music found that concertgoers prefer rock above all other genres to see live. Singer-songwriter, soul, R&B blues, alternative indie, country, and pop are close behind respectively. As for favorite genres to listen to in other settings, soul, R&B, blues won the day, followed closely by rock, alternative indie, and pop respectively. The live music workforce faces big setbacks with reasons to be optimistic. This workforce category addresses both technical and non-technical occupations. Technical occupations include riggers, lighting technicians, equipment workers, drivers, and live sound engineers, among other groups. 51% are self-employed, gig-based, contract-based, or freelance workers. Almost half of people surveyed have been working in the industry for over 20 years. With the almost complete shutdown of live shows and performances, 88% have seen less work, and 58% have not been able to make the transition to remote work since the onset of COVID-19. 3 out of every 4 workers in this category have experienced unemployment since March. Non-technical occupations include venue managers, booking agents, tour managers, and concert promoters, among other groups. 96% are seeing less work since the onset of COVID-19. Well over half of people surveyed have experienced unemployment since March. Almost everyone cited COVID-19 as the reason. 93% of respondents said their take-home pay for 2020 would be less than 2019 as a direct result of circumstances around the pandemic. When asked, does your current work in the music industry provide enough income for a comfortable standard of living, more than half of respondents said no. When asked if it did in 2019, more than half the respondents replied yes. Many interviewees for the Music Industry Report 2020 cite next fall as the beginning of the return of in-person live music experiences. Consumers, though an overwhelming majority say they would not be comfortable attending a live show in person until a COVID-19 vaccine becomes available, largely agree with a timeline of 9 to 18 months for live music's comeback. And that's the end of part 2 of our special look at our Music Industry Report 2020. We might have another surprise for you later this week, maybe a part 3, so we hope that you'll stick around. Check out the link in the description below to get your copy of the Music Industry Report 2020 when it comes out on Thursday, December 10th.